What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. Down the left side here, we have Invoked Synchron Revolution, whatever you want to call it, generator here. So talk about a pile deck. And on the right side, we have a Spright Melfi, I believe. Spright being a powerful deck that people still want to get hit during this ban list. We talk about the ban list a lot on this channel, and I really hope we get one very soon. The format is getting kind of a little bit stale. And we see a lot of the cool stuff that came out in Dune, the Revolution Synchron and stuff like that. And people are playing Invokers still in 2023. It's just kind of wild. I don't think Spright necessarily needs to get hit. It doesn't seem that very much oppressive. Yeah, it can set up some huge boards. Other than that, a lot of people are playing the board breakers, so it doesn't really seem that powerful there. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to hit 5K here by the end of the year, and we need your guys' support. So make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as ding that notification bell so you don't miss out on any other videos like this. And let me know down in the comment section down below what other videos you guys want to be seeing as well. It's very important. We're doing this for you guys. But it looks like we're going to be diving in here, and we're going to be seeing the Spright player going to be starting off with a starter here. Starting off with a starter, we do see a Fenrir in the hand here, which is kind of, okay, yeah, they're going to be okay, never mind. They're supposed to summon out the Fenrir first, and then they activate the starter there. That makes a lot more sense. We're summoning out that ulti blue, then we're going to be seeing the effect of blue going to be activated here. Probably searching us for a jet, I would say. Or no, searching us for the red. Special summoning out the red, activating the Fenrir here. Can you let us search here for another copy of itself? And now we're going to be linked 2 away into a Sprint, most likely. Sprint will send the Angler. That's going to be dumping, or it's going to be summoning out the 2 Beavers here. And then we have access to a Gigantic as well if we want to. We're going to be overlaying here the 2 Beavers for a copy of Joyous Melfi, perhaps. No, just going for the Gigantic right away, okay. Activating the effect of the Gigantic, going to be summoning out here. Looks like they're thinking about summoning out the Jet. Then Jet will be able to search for either a starter or a Smashers here. Going for the second copy of the starter there. That is there only 2 copies in the deck. I guess we're going to be trying to keeping up that sprint interaction there. Then we're going to be summoning with the Caddy as well here. So already having it definitely makes sense. And pass turn on this. We're going to see them activate the Generator boss stage here. They're going to take a second to read the card. The card's pretty nutty. And then we're going to be activating a Tuning here. Tuning will be allowed to search for the Revolution Synchron, dump the card from the top of the deck. Then we see them hit the Lopez. They're going to then activate Starter here, which is going to let them summon out the Carrot. So they're going to have a Spell and Trap Negate as well, which is going to be very nice. We're going to see the normal summon of an Alistair here. And Alex loves gold. So normal summon that alt art gold Alistair the Invoker here. And then they're going to activate the effect here. It's going to get hit with a red. Or no, they're going to activate Caddy here. Caddy is going to add the Penny. So we're going to be seeing them search for the invocation here. This will also allow us to activate the effect to be able to quick synchro if we want to as well. We're going to see them to activate the boss stage, and it's going to get negated by the Carrot. So at least now we still have to deal with the Sprint and then the red here, which is kind of nice here. We don't have to necessarily try to play around the Carrot anymore. There is a world where we could just go quick, the sync with, so we're going to activate the Revolution. We're going to synchro summon into Ancient Fairy Dragon here. Then Ancient Fairy Dragon will let us activate its effects. Then I'm going to chain Sprint here, which is going to be able to bounce it back by attaching. We can activate Invocation here, banishing the copy here of Alistair and then another copy here. Maybe going for the Purgatrio, I'm not too sure. Because I believe Revolution Synchron is a... Yeah, so going for the Purgatrio, unfortunately. Or thinking of chaining here. They're going to chain the Penny. We're going to summon out the Melfies, or whatever it's called. Then we summon out Purgatrio here. Then it's going to bounce back the Purgatrio as well. Very rough for us. And they're just going to scoop it up here, realizing they do not have enough. And they did have a face-down Imperm as well here. So they're going to be just forcing through that board. But when you really look at it, that board's not that impressive. Like, we didn't see that much. The only reason why they won is because we didn't see any interaction there. And most decks are playing the hand traps. Or at least some kind of board breakers too, which, this is an important thing as well. A lot of decks do play the board breakers, but a lot of decks are on like the 6 or more hand traps. 6 to 9 really is like standard, I find. But here we're going to be moving on to game 2. I wonder what you side in against a deck like this. Like, if you don't really know what the deck 100% does, like you're not very comfortable with the deck, I wonder what you think the deck is trying to do as well. Because I don't really know what the deck tries to do here. But Spright does have some very powerful going second cards. We did see the Fenrir in the list as well here, so that could be a possibility. Summoning out that Fenrir could be very, very problematic. They have to deal with stuff with that. But I would assume we're going to be setting up like in Makaba and then some other like Synchro or Link stuff. And then as well, like the Generator is able to like draw and force negates and eat hand traps and stuff like that, which is pretty nice. It's like, what do you really hand trap here? Here we're going to be starting off with a normal summon of Lopez. Activate the effect here. It's going to be tagging out, and like this is what they have to think. But this could just be another deck that does lose to Droll here. We do see the Magical Meltdown in the hand. We're going to summon out the Hars here. Then we're going to activate Monstrosity because we control a level 9. We can summon out 2 level 9s from the deck. Talk about crazy. Summoning out Mardell, which is going to get us search for a field spell, as well as the other one, the common one, that's just crazy as well. It's like a one card rank 9. We're going to activate the boss stage here. Then we're going to be going into the Latres or whatever it's called, the big snake one. And then we both draw a card and then attach. We're going to be attaching an invocation as well as the beaver here. And then we're going to activate the effect of boss stage. Just going to summon out one from the deck. Summon another level 9 here. Then we're going to activate the Penny. And then they're forced to discard. Then we're going to see the level 9 summon out the Lopez here. And we have like 3 pretty crazy cards. And we're going to go for the other copy here of going for the Sky Blaster. So this actually is part of the hand rip, I believe. Then we're going to activate the effect. We hit the Fenrir. That's going to be taking a lot of pressure off. Then we're going to be able to use those to go into the F-Zero. And then we're going to be going into the copy of the Utopic. I remember when this card used to be very problematic as well. Then we just pass on this. So we're going to draw for turn. Then we're going to be seeing the effect. We're supposed to summon out here a copy of the level 9 once again. And it's going to be summoning out the tokens here. As well as she can bring back the Hars. So we're going to be summoning out the 2 tokens. Then he can be an Omni Negate by removing a token, I think. We're going to normal summon the Beaver. Activate the effect here. I think they're thinking. Because, like, Utopic can't take, so, because they don't have any zones. But they're going to activate the Hard here, and they're just going to scoop it up on that. You know, having a Utopic as well is pretty challenging. And they're down, I believe, on 3 cards there. Yeah, they lost 2 already, okay. It's like being down 3 cards and like your opponent has 3 cards as well as the hand. You can like expect them to have at least one hand trap in their hand. We saw that obviously they didn't. But they had cards like Magical Meltdown as well as like Talents. So whatever you do set up, like you're not going to get game for sure over those big bodies. But like no matter what you do set up, they will have follow up as well as like I don't think Draco Future can be destroyed by battle or card effects. So you know it's going to be like quite an uphill battle for that one there. So it's not just worth scooping it up right away. But now we can move on into Game 3 here. You know, the all-important Game 3. Spright will get to choose who's going to go first or second, so they do have a little bit of an advantage over the Invoked Generator. Yeah, and I'm just going to call it Invoked Generator. I'm not going to call it Revolution build here. Tuning is kind of nice because it can like also like dump your invoked stuff, I guess. Like if you end up dumping like an Ash or a Veiler, you don't have to necessarily use it to be able to like use your stuff. But like I feel like it's kind of bad if it like dumps a Har, then you're forced to summon out the other one, like the new level, like the Vala. But we are going to be seeing an Ash in the hand traps there for the opponent. But they're going to be normal summoning out the Beaver, obviously starting off. You know, a very strong opening, summoning out the copy of Angler here. But they do open up with another Beaver in hand, which will definitely weaken the Angler. We're going to see a Gigantic here activating the effect. They're going to get hit with an Ash Blossom. That's going to be quite problematic here. And they're just going to pass on this, setting one card, which we know is an Imperm. We do even see the Dark Ruler no more in the hand as well, so they're prepared for a full board as well. We're going to see them activate or normal summon a Lopez. Miss, you see okay, yeah. They're going to be linking away, or they're going to activate the effect, get hit with Ash. Then we're going to go battle phase evenly, okay. Activate boss stage, pass. Boss stage effect, because they drew, they can summon out. And, yeah, do they stop this? They're going to summon with the Hard. Then we're going to be seeing the effect of boss stage. Going to be putting the 4 tokens onto the field here. They were in normal summon out an Angler. Angler effect. And they're going to think here. Yeah, they have to pretty much let it resolve because they want to be able to stop the Gigantic. But now they're not have to worry about Sprint for sure because we know that they have both the Anglers out of deck now. I wonder if there's a world where you like start with the copy of Gigantic to like try at least, and if it gets destroyed, then at least you can like reborn with a Nimble. So another option here is like they could overlay for the Omnu, and then he could like attempt to banish the Har. They obviously are forced to negate, and then that's what we're going to be seeing them do here. They're going to activate the effect to detach, and they're going to try to negate the Har. They're going to end up negating it, obviously. But now we have the Gigantic here, which can be able to detach, and then special summon out. We can special summon out the blue here. Blue will search for the Jets. Jets can be able to search for Smash, our starter here. We do have the Gamma Burst as well in our deck, but that's probably not going to be what's going to happen here. We see them going to be summoning out the Jet. It's going to search us for the double Gamma Burst here. Okay. I don't think we can go for game here. But at the same time, I don't think the Generator player has much as well either. They're taking a second to read Smashers. I mean, worst case here, they will have a Smashers for follow-up, though. Like, both players are just not in a good spot here. But, like, they activated Gigantic, so they can't even summon out, like, a Zeus here. We're going to see the effect here of the Gamma Burst being activated. I'm going to go attack, attack. Then they're going to link 2 away for a copy of... I mean, you could always go for a copy of Dark. And then go first. We're going to activate Cerberus here. Cerberus is going to get rid of these Smashers. But we're going to be just passing a turn on this. And they're going to be normal summoning out another Lopez. And they have nothing here. Then we go going into the Vala. Then that's going to be able to reborn out here. And they're just going to scoop it up because they know they're going to have game. I'm going to be able to go for the big one, Leviathan or whatever it's called. And it's going to be able to just suck up the monsters. And that's going to be too much here for the Spright player. So I end up seeing that the Invoked Generator deck taking the win here in the game 3. You know, bringing it down to a simplified game state and having those board breakers just being way too powerful here. It does not help that the opponent bricked a little. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I want to see some more content like this. And we'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Peace.